Hello and welcome here to Consett Cricket Club this afternoon on Cricket West Tyne on Spreaker Internet Radio. You're with me watching this game between Consett and Tynedale, and it's Mansour who bowling at the moment, and he's bowling to Kant, who just hits that one up towards the far side, and he's going to get a single. So the score now, that'll be the 50 up for Tynedale, is it? Has the scoreboard changed yet? Well, it's 49 for 1 wicket at the moment, Tynedale, who lost the toss and were put into bat. And yes, the scoreboard has just clicked over now at the end of that over from Cameron Mansour. So it's 50 for 1 wicket, Tynedale, and Kant 19, Crichton, who's there, on 24. And we've had our first drinks breaks this afternoon. It was after 16 overs. So that was the end of the over, and we're going to have Kant's going to be on strike, and we're going to have Amin to bowl, and we're going to have no slips. We're going to have Stewie Graham, who's making his way out onto the far side. He's going to be at deep point. We've got a short final leg, we've got a short third man, we've got a deep square, got a straight mid-wicket, a mid-off, a mid-on, and an extra cover. Now there's Gary Hunter, the captain of Consett, just working his way into slip now with his red cap on there. So we have got one slip, and it's going to be Kant to face up, 19 not out. And you'll remember that Kant is a right-hander. Here's the first ball to Kant from Amin, and that's pushed back across towards the far side into extra cover there where it's picked up, no run. And here's Amin again, who just bowls up, pitches up this time, and Kant just pushes it slowly out again to that far side, and there's no run to Tynedale. Still 50 for 1 wicket in the first innings here. So here's Amin again and bowls right arm over, and that one is defended back down the pitch and just rolls off onto the far side, which is the offside from where we're broadcasting here. Thanks to the very nice people at Consett. We're up on the balcony of the pavilion, and here's the next one, and Kant just again forward, plays forward out to the offside again, and there's no run, so it stays 50 for 1. Kant still on 19, and here's Amin again, and he plays on the full this time, and that one's racing out to our left towards the long on boundary. They've run 2, and it's not going to get there. The ball stops about a yard short across to our left below us, and it's thrown in now, and it's 3 more runs to the total there, which takes the score to 53 for 1, Tynedale. And here's Amin again, he's in and bowls. And there's a drive, it's going for 4, and that was well placed from Crichton this time to the left hand of mid-off there, and he's going to get 4 runs for that at the end of the over there. And Chapman, the wicketkeeper, just makes his way down to the other end, and the 2 batsmen have a little chat in the middle there. So a glorious day so far here at Consett for this match in the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League. These 2 teams up in there in the top half. Consett just slightly ahead of Tynedale at the moment in the top half of the table. And it's going to be Cameron Mansour to bowl from right to left as we watch the play up on the balcony here. Looking back up north, away into the distance. And we've got a slight haze, but we've got 6 of the 9 wind turbines going round at a stately pace, it must be said, up there on the top of Kilnpit Hill. And it's going to be Mansour who bowls to Tom Kant with a slip and a gully, a backward point, a deep cover, an extra, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a deep square leg. And that one's just pushed safely enough to the far side, which is the leg side this time, and there's no run to Tynedale, no to Kant. He just backs off towards square leg, away from us. Square of the wicket here, we're directly down and up above deep backward point here. So here we go again. Here's Kant in preparation to receive the ball from Mansour, who's past umpire Aslam, and there's Kant back in his crease this time. playing to the bowler, back down the pitch along the ground, and he picks it up, does Cameron Mansour, and there's no run. He just gives the ball a little polish there, back to his fairly shortish run. Quite a tall fella is Cameron Mansour. His beard getting more sophisticated by the season as he's in the bowl again now, and Kant just turns that one up towards mid-wicket where it's intercepted quickly and thrown in, and there's no run. And the ball comes round the offside field, which is near to us here, and Kant on strike. He's 22 at the moment. The man out is Sam Mannion. He was out for 10. The wicket went to Gary Hunter, the captain of Consett, as in comes Mansour full this time to Kant, and Kant drives square up towards us here, and it's thrown in from just down in front of the pavilion here, the double-decker pavilion here at Blackfine. So we're about to go again. It's Mansour up there to our right. It's just got a little catch there. I think it's Robbie Wynne who's fielding there at mid-off. Deep mid-off it is, but here's Mansour again now, past umpire Aslam to bowl to Crichton this time, and there's a shout for LBW. He went forward a long way there, and it struck the pad, and it popped up in the air, but the wicketkeeper, it sounded loud from if you heard it on the microphone, but not everybody went up there, so Mansour just looks a little, just stops to think about that one as he walks back towards the end of his mark. And there's one or two spectators just knocking about the ground, a few of the Tynedale players who have yet to bat, walking across next to the score box, across to our left. But here's Mansour again now. It becomes to Crichton, and that's gone up, and that'll be caught and bowled, and Crichton is gone. Yes, it looked like a leading edge there and popped back up. He tried to turn it possibly out towards the straight mid-wicket area on the far side, and the ball popped up, and Mansour takes the catch. So Crichton it is who is caught and bowled for 28, and a partnership there of 48 with the captain Tom Kant. So Tynedale 58 for 2 in this first innings of the match after they lost the toss and were put into bat. And the new batsman going in for Tynedale is James Rainford. He's on his way up now, right-handed. And he'll take this end from... Well, he'll take the strike because that was the end of the over. He'll take the strike here, and it will be Tom Kant at the other end. So no, there was no chance of the batsman crossing there. My mistake there. So it's Kant who's going to take the strike with a slip from Amin the bowler, who's going to come in right arm over the wicket from left to right as we watch here. And there's Kant who just pushes it back down the pitch and slightly onto the offside. That one skidded on a bit, and he didn't just knelt down at the wicket there and had a good look at that one, Kant. So 58 for 2, Tynedale. Now here's the next one, and Kant just again up on his toes a little bit this time. Plays from on the crease back to the bowler and along the ground where it's picked up. So we've got one slip and a backward point and a backward square leg, a deep mid-wicket. That's Aaron McCabe, and there's Kant who just nudges one to the vacant point area there and scuttles through for a quick single. So that brings Rainford on to strike. So the score goes to 59 for 2. And the momentary, we've got a lapse in the scoreboard there because Kant it is who's still there. And they've taken his score off at the moment, off the scoreboard. So we'll see Rainford face this ball, and he pushes for one, does he? No, he's sent back by Kant. And we'll update the scoreboard as soon as we come back into play. But it's definitely 59 for 2, Tynedale. at the moment. And here's the next ball to Rainford, who eases this one off the face, and Manzura takes it on the bounce there. He's come in, he's a close gully, so we've one slip, a close gully, a point, an extra cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, a square leg and a deep mid-wicket. Rainford drives this time, and that's a little misfield there, but they're not going to get a run, and that's the end of the over. So Tynedale 59 for 2 at the end of that one. And it's Camden Rainford there. The men out are Crichton and Sam Mannion. And it was Gary Hunter who took the wicket of Mannion. He went for 4 when the score was at 10. I beg your pardon. So their partnership worth, it was 52, was it? Yes, when the wicket fell there for the first wicket. And Jamie Crichton has just gone in the last in this over. So here's Manzura again, and that's pulled away by Kant up towards the far side, and it's gone for 4 runs. Umpire Aslam there just signals 4, and the score goes to 63 for 2 Tynedale. And it looks like we might be going to have another change of bowling soon, because Aaron McCabe is about to come on. He's practicing there. He's swinging his arms about at the moment. So we've got Manzura to come again. He's just got the ball at the end of his run-up. So here he is, bowling to Kant. So he's in now, past the umpire. There's Kant, who goes forward and pushes it hard back down the pitch along the ground, but Manzura leans over to his right there and picks that one up. No run to Tynedale. So it's 63 for 2. And now the scoreboard is just changing over. So Kant is on 28 at the moment, and Rainford, who I think's yet to score, the new batsman. So here's Mansour again. Up he comes and bowls to Kant, who turns this one up towards the fine leg boundary. It's racing up there. It's not going to get there, I don't think. It's picked up now. They've run 2, and they're going to stop at 2 as well, as the ball comes into Chapman, the wicketkeeper. So 2 more to the total, 65 for 2. Tynedale. Kant has moved to 30 with that shot, and he'll face the next ball from Mansour. So we've got a slip and a gully, a backward point, and a blue sky above at the moment, with a few fluffy clouds bursting about as well. But here's Mansour again, a big tall run up as he comes in and bowls, and all defensive this time from Kant. And it's out to this offside, the near side to us, as we broadcast square of the wicket here. And there's no run again. Mansour back to his mark now. And we've had no sign of any other life here apart from people today. Haven't seen a bird or anything. There's Mansour again now, and there's Kant, who pushes it through mid-wicket, and he's going to get 1 here. And that's picked up now and thrown in. So 1 to the total, another one. And is that not quite the end of the over? And the score, I think, has gone now to 66. And this brings Rainford on to strike. And it's Tom Kant who moves to 31 with that shot. Now here we go. Here's Mansour again now. Right arm over the wicket. Bowling to Rainford this time. Bowls, and there's Rainford. All defensive again. Played out to this near side where it's picked up at extra cover. And there's no run. And that's the end. That is the end of Mansour's over this time. It's 65. I think it might be 66. But we're reading 65 for 2 at the moment. And I think Kant's on 31. But the 2 batsmen have a little chat in the middle. And we've had a drinks break already. And Crichton, the last man out, and Mannion was the first wicket out. Mannion's wicket went to Hunter, and it was Mansour who caught and bowled Crichton. So here we go now. It's Amin in to bowl, and Kant well forward there and defends out onto the offside, the far side, and there's no run. So here's the next one now, in again, Bowles full again, and Kant drives on the full this time, and a yelp of anguish there as he doesn't quite get that one right and drives it straight along the ground into the hands of deep mid-off there. So a chance missed there perhaps for Kant to add to his total, but here's the next one now, and Kant goes forward this time and lets this one by outside the off, and Chapman takes that one cleanly, quite high up, about waist height. But here's Kant again now, faces up, full again, and that's turned through mid-wicket up towards us here, and below us, McCabe it is, Aaron, who throws in, and Kant has got himself a single there. And the score at the moment has just moved to 66 now, and Kant has gone to 31. So we might have added one too soon there for Kant. But it's Rainford anyway, with one slip and a gully facing up now, and that's pushed wide of gully, and it's running up there towards the wide third man boundary. But it's fielded now, and Rainford gets off the mark with that shot. So he's on one now, coming in at number 4. And here's Kant again, who plays to mid-wicket. And that's the end of the over. And it'll be Mansour to take up the attack again in just a moment's time. And the two batsmen out there just having a little chat again, Kant and Rainford. It's really the first chance they've had to have any sort of talk about the situation, or goodness knows what they're talking about out there, but I'm always surprised how you never see, for such grass and cut grass, you never see a rabbit at any of the cricket grounds we go to. I don't think I've ever seen a rabbit, but we're going to see Mansour bowl. We've seen this many a time. Here he comes, bowling to Rainford, and Rainford defends down from the crease out to the far side, which is the leg side to us here, square of the wicket, and it's Stewie Graham who comes in and fields that one up, throws it round to his teammates there, and Mansour will get the ball back shortly enough. I wonder what they do to keep the rabbits away, because I'm sure a few gardeners around will never I'll wonder why. But here's Mansour again now to Rainford. Rainford, a big swing at that one, and a play and a miss through to Chapman. First false stroke we've seen for a while here. Tynedale just edging along quite calmly here. And the score 67 for 2 now. 67 for 2 wickets, Tynedale. Rainford on strike, he's 1 not out at the moment. And here's Mansour again, past umpire Aslam, bowling to Rainford, the right-hander who defends out, and that came off the inside half of the bat, and the ball runs out there to mid-wicket, and there's no run. They might have some good shooters that keep the rabbits away from the cricket grounds and the grass, or a good cat, the cricket club cat. But here's Mansour again now into Rainford. Bowls, and there's Rainford, who's playing back out to deep cover here, and the ball's thrown in now, and he gets a single there, Rainford. He goes to 2, the score goes to 68 for 2 for Tynedale. What else can you do to rabbits to keep them away? They might just be clever rabbits and start. They might have their burrows in all the right places, but we don't know. But Mansour's about to bowl again now, right arm over the wicket, and he's going to bowl to Tom Kant. Here's Kant back in his crease this time, and there's a shout, and he's been given out, caught down the leg side, through to the wicketkeeper, and Tom Kant has gone for 31, and that's the 3rd wicket for Tynedale to fall, and it's Mansour's 2nd of the afternoon, and Tynedale now 68 for 3, and the captain Tom Kant has gone. And a little glance there down the leg side, tried to play it away, and Tynedale lose their 3rd wicket, and the new batsman going in is Callan McCabe. Yes, it's Callan McCabe who's going in now. I think it is anyway, yes. I'll wait till he turns round just to make sure. I seem to recognise the bat there. but Kant makes his way off the field now. 69 for 3 the score. The scoreboard just clicked over there, so Kant goes for 31 according to the scoreboard there. So here we go. So it's McCabe who's just taken his guard out there now. And no Dan Parker for Tynedale today, no Ewan Stevenson. I don't think, I haven't seen him walking about. But here's McCabe anyway, so it's going to be Mansour, and McCabe is going to have 2 slips and a gully. And he's playing out there somewhere, I just can't see him at the moment as his sibling, so we've got rivals and he might get a chance to bowl. Aaron McCabe, his brother, might get a chance to bowl at his brother soon enough, but we've got 2 slips, a gully, a close mid-wicket and a silly mid-on as well, very close in there in front of the bowler there. But there's the first one, and that's played comfortably enough by McCabe out to the nearer side here, and that's it. That's the end of the over. 69 for 3 Tynedale, rain for 2, and McCabe yet to score. Kant 31, and caught down the leg side to wicketkeeper Chapman, and the second wicket to Mansour of the afternoon. So it's going to be Rainford to take strike now for Tynedale. And what are we going to have? Yes, we're still going to have a gully and a slip. These 2 batsmen now relatively new at the crease, and Consett here looking to take advantage of this. So here we go. Here's Rainford. Flicks this one up towards the pavilion here, but it's going to be intercepted just across the artificial pitch by Aaron McCabe there, and Rainford gets a single, takes him to 3. The score goes to 70 for 3 Tynedale, and our view's just been of the scoreboard, the overs. I realise I haven't said the overs yet, but the sight screen is just blocking the view of the scoreboard at the minute, but I think Stacey's going over there now to have a look. But here's McCabe in the meantime facing up to Amin, and he pushes that one out to the far side where it's fielded at extra cover there, and there's no run. Here's McCabe again, 1 slip in a gully, drives a half volley up towards the deep cover boundary on the far side. They've got 1 run, the ball's in hand now, and in comes the throw, and McCabe gets off the mark with a 2. With 2 runs there, so there we go. And the overs were just coming up. I think that was 24 gone, so this will be the 24th, I think it is. Stacey's just gone and took a photo there. So here's Amin again now, bowls to McCabe, who turns this one round the corner, and there's no run though because there's a fieldsman there at slightly backward of square leg, about 10 yards from the umpire. But here's McCabe again now, faces up to this one and defends it back down the pitch, the straw coloured pitch, and that's the end of the 24th. So 24 gone, Tynedale 72 for 3, McCabe it is 2 not out, Rainford 3, and the 2 new batsmen, relatively new batsmen, have a little chat in the middle there. And it's all rather relaxing and calm at the moment. Not much, everything's moving at a stately pace, just like the wind turbines up there on the top of the hill. And it's going to be Mansour again now. In he comes to bowl to Rainford, who turns this one through square leg up towards the far boundary there. And it's picked up now, and Rainford will wander through for a single there. And he goes to 4. And the score goes to 73 for 3. And here's Mansour again now. The ball getting a good polish over there at mid-on. And the gap here, if you can place this one, if you can get the ball away down at fine leg, or up towards the pavilion here. But here's Mansour, let's see. Slow ball there from Mansour. Callum McCabe picked that one and just closed the bat down on it and smothered it into the ground, and the ball was picked up there at square leg. No run to Tynedale. So it's still 73 for 3. And again the ball goes round that leg side field. And we've got a few people over by the side screen to our right. A few on the benches down to the left here. A few people sitting in cars as Mansour's in again and bowls a full toss that time. And McCabe just drives it back along the ground, and Mansour it is who picks it up, and umpire Aslam has a little chat as he walks past there. Mansour's red cap hanging down by his side, and Tiger Halliday is the other umpire today. He's out at square leg at the moment. Legs quite a distance apart there as he waits, as we all do. And that's a miscue from McCabe. A really big full toss there, but they're going to get 2 for it. And the ball's in now. And that one, he would have hoped that one was sailing away over the boundary up towards the trees there, but it was a miscue. It didn't come off the middle by any stretch of the imagination, and he got away with that one, and I think he might just know it out there. So 2 more to the total there, 75 for 3, and it's McCabe again who faces up to Mansour. Here he is, he bowls short this time outside the off stump, and McCabe has a little go at it, but Chapman's diving to his right to save that one, and he does so to save the buys there, and there's no run. So it's still 75 for 3. McCabe 4 not out, and Rainford's 4 not out as well. So there we go. Here's McCabe again now. Here he is, facing up to Mansour, who's about to run in. Charges in now. Up he comes and bowls. And that was short again, just off a good length, and it got up towards the chest of McCabe there, and he manages to get right over the top of that one and defend the ball into the ground, and that's the end of the 25th over. And we've got 75 on the board for Tynedale. 75 for 3, both batsmen on 4. And we're going to have a change of bowling. It's going to be Aaron McCabe who's coming on. He's medium pace right-hander. Seam bowler over the wicket, and he'll not be bowling to his brother this time. And the full McCabe clan are in today. I've just seen the Dominic, the dad, and Finley the dog as well, who's running about there across to our right hand side down below us up on the balcony here. But it's going to be McCabe to Rainford this first ball of his first over, and we're not at all set yet, but shouts of encouragement already for the young lad who's just moved down from Ledgate to Consett. The same with Callan McCabe from Ledgate down to Tynedale, and it's going to be Rainford now facing up. Here he is, first ball, big loping strides as he's in and bowls short, and Rainford plays back and just scoops this one into the ground, and it's fielded by Rosa there, I think it is, at short mid-wicket. He's got his back to us at the moment, and there was no run there. So the score remains at 75 for Tynedale in the first innings here. But here's McCabe again, past umpire Halliday and bowls, and Rainford's forward driving, but doesn't time this one at all well, and the ball just trickles out there to mid-off, no run. And Rainford just practices his shot again there as he gets ready and set. We've got 2 slips, a gully, a square leg, a point, a deep cover and extra, mid-off, mid-on and a mid-wicket. But here's McCabe again now to Rainford, who drives square this time, and there's a throw at the stumps there at the bowler's end. McCabe backing up quite a long way, but all safe enough for Tynedale at the moment. There was no run there, as Rainford it is who just stands with his bat hanging on his shoulder at the moment. And here's Aaron McCabe now, his shirt tail slightly out, short dark hair, loping strides, black socks on, and Rainford drives again up towards the far deep cover boundary on the far side there, and it's fielded now and thrown in, and there's 1 run to Rainford there, so it's 76 for 3, and Rainford goes to 5. Now it's McCabe to McCabe, and it's Callan McCabe batting, Aaron McCabe bowling. And wouldn't it be a turn-up? I bet their mother's heart's in her mouth here as McCabe gets a single, driving on the up there to mid-off, and are they coming back for two? No, they're just staying there, and McCabe gets one. He goes to 5. The score goes to 77 for 3 Tynedale. And a bright sun now. The sun just peeped out from behind a few of the clouds up across to our left, and here's McCabe now bowling to Rainford, and that one's pushed from the crease out to wide of mid-on, and in pursuit now. He picks it up there, the fieldsman, and throws in, and Rainford gets himself another couple of runs there at the end of the over. So it's 79 for 3 at the end of that one. Rainford is 7 not out, McCabe 5, and the men out so far are Cant for 31, Mannion went for 4, and Crichton was out, caught and bowled by Mansour there. And it was Consett who won the toss and elected to bowl first, and we're going to have Cameron Mansour again. Just gives his hat to umpire Aslam, and it's worth just saying now that welcome to any 3 o'clock listeners here on Spreaker Internet Radio and the Cricket West Tyne programme, coming live here from Consett Cricket Club as Mansour's in again and bowls, and that's got McCabe forward this time, playing him missing outside the off. So yes, good afternoon, and if you've just joined us at 3 o'clock, 79 for 3 Tynedale, and it is McCabe on strike who's 5 not out, Rainford at the other end 7. And we've got Cameron Mansour, 2 wickets to his name already this afternoon, bowling. Here he is, bowls, and there's McCabe who's forward in defence, and the ball trickles out there square, and it's Rosa who picks it up, and there was no run, and we've got the best of the sunshine so far this afternoon, and it's got Tiger Halliday, the umpire, over there, stretching out a bit, hands on hips, having a little bit of movement over there at square leg, and his shirt sleeves with his sunglasses on. And here's Mansour down the leg side this time, and again McCabe tries to play that one away, but he doesn't get very far. Chapman takes it behind the stumps and takes a little while to get up to his feet there. Just maybe thought it was a bit comfier down there on the grass than it was having to hunch over again. But umpire Aslam, wind and a little bit breeze just whipping his shirt about there, but he's got his sun hat on and his long sleeves on today. And there's McCabe who turns this one from Mansour up towards deep backward square leg on the far side there, and he gets a single, and there's another one to the total. It's 80 for 3 now, Tynedale. We're into the second half of the innings. We're heading for home now, and our view of the overs across to our left on the scoreboard has just been shielded out by the sight screen, but we've got Mansour bowling here. Well, he was about to bowl, he dropped it there. Now he's having to start again. He shortened his run up a bit. Here he is, bowls full, and there's a play and a miss from Rainford going forward, and he leaned back into that shot, and Chapman took it, but it was a near miss there for Rainford. So he remains not out, 7, and there's one slip, a gully, a backward point, a deep cover, an extra cover, a deep mid-off, a deep mid-on, mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg on the far side. And here's Mansour now, bowls, and Rainford's playing back up towards deep cover here, and he'll get a single for that shot as the ball whistles in to Chapman, the wicket keeper, and that's the end of the over. Tynedale 81 for 3, Rainford's 8 not out, and Callum McCabe is 6 not out. So we started on time here this afternoon here at Consett Cricket Club. The other fixtures today, by the way, in Division 1 of the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League, we've got Alnmouth and Lesbury at home to Newcastle City, Ashington versus Lanchester. We've got Consett today here versus Tynedale. We've got Linz versus Wrighton, Percy Main versus Shotley Bridge, and Stocksfield entertain Swalwell. So here's Aaron McCabe to take up the attack again. Bowling to Rainford, and he's edged that one, and it's gone along the ground, and it's half stopped by Mansour there at first slip, down on his hunches at the minute, and well done, clever batting there, just soft hands it was that played that one into the ground, and Rainford survives. So it's 82 for 3. And here's McCabe again now. Up he comes to bowl, past Tiger Halliday now and bowls, and that one's outside the off stump. And McCabe it is who lets this one, shoulders his bat there and lets it through to the wicketkeeper Chapman, who takes it. And there's a bit of chat out there now from the Consett field, a little bit quiet for the last few overs, but here's Aaron McCabe now bowling to his brother Callan. Bowls, Callan back, plays back, a cut shot there up towards a very deep point out towards that far boundary, and there was no run. So here's Aaron McCabe again. He's bowling from left to right as we watch the play here, down behind the deep mid-wicket boundary up on the balcony of this lovely pavilion here at Consett Cricket Club, Blackfine. As in goes McCabe again now, and he was full, and he had Callan McCabe there trying to drive it, but it hit the toe of the bat and went straight into the ground, and it didn't get 5 yards. So that's the as you well can imagine, there was no run there, and it was picked up by the bowler himself. So here we go. Here's McCabe to McCabe again. One slip in a gully. Callan tries to turn, and there's a big shout for LBW. Playing to leg that time was Callan McCabe, but umpire Halliday just a little shake of the head there and just leans back on his left leg, lets that leg take the weight and puts his hands behind his back. And I think there's one left in this over here from Aaron McCabe. As he turns now, here he comes, running in from left to right as we watch. Up he goes to the stumps now and bowls, and there's defensive shot there from Callan McCabe, back down the pitch. It's picked up there at cover, and that's the end of the over. 82 for 3 Tynedale. The men at the crease are Callan McCabe, who's 6 not out, James Rainford 9 not out, and we'll have one more over, and if Stacey would be very kind to go and get the overs again. A big sigh there. You can't complain, we're up in the shade here. She's off to get the overs now for us, so we'll have one more over here this afternoon on of our first broadcast, and then our next broadcast is due at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So here's Mansour to take up the attack. In he goes and bowls, and there's a high shot, and there might be a catch on here. One bounce, and he's got it, the fielder, so Rainford survives. It was a mistimed lofted drive over extra cover, and the man down here in front of us at deep cover just couldn't get there in time. So 1 to the total, it goes to 83. Rainford's gone to 10, and this is the 29th over, a maximum of 50 for Tynedale in the first innings here. So this is the 29th of a maximum of 50. And here's Mansour again now, second ball of the over. Up he comes to bowl, and he's there, and McCabe just goes forward, all defensive again, and pushes the ball back along the ground, and there's no run. It remains 83 for 3, Rainford 10, and McCabe on strike, 6 not out. And here's Mansour again now. We've got a few more dogs at the ground now, as they're walking round the far boundary with their runners. And there's Mansour in again, and it's Callan McCabe who defends this one out again to extra cover along the ground, and there's no run. I can see they all seem to be on the far side in the sun at the moment. Perhaps they have been doing a bit of rabbiting over there as well. But here's Mansour again now into McCabe. He's there and bowls, and that's how kind of went back, and that was in the air just past the left hand of Mansour the bowler. He could have it was a nearly chance, that one, because I think it fell a bit short as well, but it was in the air for quite a while there before it ran out to deep mid-off. So McCabe survives that one, and he's about to face up to Mansour, and that was a slower one, and it's turned up towards Long Leg on the far side there, in front of the two chaps sitting on the wooden bench in the shade across there. All the trees on that side of the ground, providing just a bit of shade. They're sitting actually on the stone wall, I think. But there was 1 to the total there anyway. McCabe's gone to 7, the score 84 for 3 in the 29th over. 29th over this one. Here's Mansour again now. Past umpire Aslam, he's there in bowls, and that's a good length. And Rainford's all forward there and defends it out to mid-wicket on the far side. So that's the end of the 29 overs. So until 4 o'clock, our next broadcast, it's Tynedale who lost the toss, 84 for 3 after 29. Rainford is 10 not out, McCabe is 7 not out. The men out so far were Tom Cant, Sam Mannion and Jamie Crichton. And it's Hunter who has 1 wicket and Mansour has 2. And that's where I'll leave you here. After a quick mention to our sponsors this afternoon, the Tynedale Beer Festival happening on the 14th, 15th and 16th of June. Do order your tickets on their website, tynedalebeerfestival.org.uk, and our other sponsor this afternoon, the experts in business consultancy, the Royal Oak Hotel Pub at Consett Colliery. You can find them on Facebook, or the Canton Brislin Dairy Products as well. But I'll leave you now until 4 o'clock with Tynedale 84 for 3 in the 30th over of a maximum of 50. Speak again at 4 o'clock.